Hi guys, it's Carissa from the Community Library, and I'm here to show you a really quick and easy craft, something that could make something like a tiny gift. Maybe you need something for a teacher or a coworker or a friend, something super cute but something you can also really personalize, and then maybe add in some extra goodies. So you're going to need a plain ceramic mug, and you're going to need some paint pens. And they're going to need to be permanent all-surface paint pens, so the kind that can write on glass. And we're actually just going to go ahead and draw on our mug here. I am going to see. Oh, also, another thing to know. Paint pens are a little different to use. To get them started, when you uncap them, you're going to be like, I don't see any color. It's just like a weird wick. You're going to want to push the tip in, and then the paint is going to start coming out. And you're gonna have to do it a couple times just to get it started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on my mug here. And you might have to do a little dotting if you're using a paint pen. Because you'll notice as you go, it gets a little thin. But if you do some dotting, your paint will go on a little thicker. So I'm just making a bunch of really small dots after I draw my letter on. And then going over what I drew, again, like I said, with a bunch of little dots, just to make sure the color's nice and thick. You can also do this, you don't have to use a paint pen. I find writing words a little easier. But you can also go ahead and buy all-purpose acrylic paint. Again, the kind that it says specifically on the bottle that you can use on glass. And you could use a stencil. Maybe you have a Cricut at home and you want to cut out something on some removable vinyl, and you could paint that on. There's a lot of different ways that you could do this, but again, most importantly, you're looking for a paint that works on glass and other surfaces. Okay, so I've got my word on here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make just a few little snowflakes. Please ignore the elevator. And again, I'm going to do that same thing where if my paint's getting a little thin, we're just going to put a few dots. This doesn't have to be anything too complicated. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm not a freehand artist. Not either, but I think it looks pretty decent. Do be careful of where you're putting your fingers though, because it is wet paint. I'm gonna have to go back over one of my letters here just to be safe. Now, you're going to be like, okay, well, I've gone ahead and put my paint on, but I really want to be able to actually use my mug. You will need, there are two options to be able to actually use your mug for its intended purpose. Option number one, you can let it sit on your counter and air dry for 21 days. Most of us do not have that kind of time. Or option number 2, being you can preheat your oven to 350 degrees or set it to preheat for 350 degrees, but you are going to go ahead and put your mug in the oven when you turn it on. So you don't want the oven already hot because that might crack your mug. You want the oven cold when you put the mug in, and then you want it to start heating up slowly, because we want the mug to just slowly warm up so that it's nice and gets an even temperature. I think I'll put a few little stars on the handle, because why not? We will alternate colors. Again, this is just something fun, something you could really, make personal. Maybe you want to put their name on it. Maybe they have a favorite saying. Maybe you're super creative and you can draw and you want to go really crazy and paint these elaborate designs. That is up to you. I'm just showing you, you do not have to be a wonderful artist in order to make something that looks really cute. And I chose the paint pens because I thought they were a little easier. But, you've got a great stencil, or again, like I said, a Cricut. Go for it. All right. Let me make sure I'm not touching any of my snowflakes. So here's my mug, just some simple designs, and then I went ahead and put my stuff on the handle. Okay, again, you can let this sit and air dry for 21 days, or what I recommend, you're going to put this straight into the oven. You're going to turn your oven on to 350 and you're going to let it sit. Let me double check. You're going to put it in for 30 minutes. Turn the oven off. Let it sit for another 30 minutes as the oven cools down. And then just let it sit for one more day. Just at room temperature. Don't do anything to it. Things to note. This does not make it dishwasher safe. You throw this in the dishwasher, chances are your paint is going to come off. Also, don't use a scrubby. Do not scrub at the paint. Paint will come off. It is safe for you to eat and drink out of, but if you really work at it, you will get the paint off. So, all right. Hope you guys have fun with this. Again, like I said, I really enjoyed the paint pens. I actually got these paint pens at the Dollar General. So you can get them just about anywhere. I know Walmart carries them as well as the other craft stores. So see you guys later.